On November 14th, 1995, the people in this small Minneapolis room made history. Some have compared what happened here to the Wright brothers' first flight, Alexander Graham Bell's first phone message, or Thomas Edison's first jolt of electricity. Those firsts have changed our lives, and so could this.
One kid, I mean, I could just envision that he was crying almost. His letter was very touching, and he wrote, "Now I know how my grandparents felt when they first heard mainstream commercial radio and how my parents felt when they first saw TV."
It feels funny to be part of history because we are the first live radio network to be streaming live to the web.
This room is the official studio for the world's first radio station to be broadcast only on the Internet and programmed only for Internet users.
It becomes overwhelming when you consider that it is a worldwide broadcast.
It's called Netradio.
You know, a lot of people said we couldn't do this. A lot of people said it was crazy. A lot of people said it would never work, and it's working really well.
That's our first hour streaming.
Streaming is the ability to send live audio down phone lines into computers. It's called real-time audio, an impossibility about a year ago. But now, new technology has not only made it possible, it's being used by Netradio to broadcast to the world. What's the potential?
At any one time, probably realistically, our hardware can't handle more than 80 or 90,000 people at a time. But in terms of the potential audience over an entire day, 40 million.
40 million people in 200 countries already have access to the Internet. The web alone has over 110,000 sites.
Now that particular painting then, you could interpret for us?
This Egan High School class is using a number of those sites to study art and literature. The net has become a valuable tool for schools, offices, and homes. Since Netradio is part of this exciting new era, the school's Technology and Learning Coordinator, Greg Utek, is anxious to see how it works. In order to hear Netradio, free software must be downloaded at an Internet site called Real Audio.
Testing, testing, testing. Real Audio setup is complete.
The initial setup can be a bit trying, even for the computer literate.
But once you've made it work once, that's all you ever have to do again if you're using Netscape, because then it just calls the player up automatically every time you click on our sound.
And although the quality isn't always the best, Scott Bourne says it will soon dramatically improve when Real Audio upgrades its service. Whatever flaws Netradio may have, it hasn't dissuaded advertisers. Even Iconovex and IBM have signed on as sponsors.
How are you doing financially? Have you...
Our first month, we're going to show a profit. Not many businesses in their first month are able to show a profit.
Advertisers seem to like the fact that up to 25,000 people a day visited the Netradio site just in its first few days. Bourne thinks it's because he offers more than just music. Netradio has contests, a music poll, and one of the largest concert databases available.
Okay, this is our concert database page, and you can search by performer, city, venue, or event.
Accessing all of this can be intimidating for the novice. But then so was another new technology not so long ago.
Soon after you dial the number you want, you will hear this tone. That's the ringing signal.
Today, our phone lines are increasingly putting out different sounds, the screeches heard when connecting to the Internet and to Scott Bourne's Netradio. A sound many will hear in the future as they connect to net television, a technology this company hopes to introduce early next year.
And if it works, you know, we'll try to have this technology in the hands of the world by the first quarter. And of course, at that point in time, the world will change.
So on November 14th, 1995, 1:45 p.m., history was made in this little Minneapolis room. But it isn't the past that excites them here, it's the future. In Minneapolis, Mike Brunswick, Newsnight, Minnesota.